What's up, guys? This is Derek with Inch Company Leather. Coming with you today with episode 2 of the Dollhouse videos that we had come up with. It's been a while since we released part 1 of this. Everything gets a little busy in our world. I hope you guys understand that, but we're going to get through this today and hopefully talk about some things that maybe you have seen or haven't seen, something you can just pass along. So, let's get this started here. I want to give a little background of the day that we had, and you can kind of see that we're having a hard time really getting the fire going. It had just rained a lot the day before, and there was threats of rain coming in again this day, so it was real humid, and there was moisture in the air and moisture on everything, and it just took us a little while to get this fire really going. And you can see that it's kind of in its incipient stage there. Not really much is going on. You have full visibility in the fire room and just a little bit of smoke coming out of door 2, showing us that good clean air is going in door 1 and that bad smoke-filled air, as thin as it is coming out of door 2. Here in a little bit, Kale's going to start chucking some pieces of plywood at me, and we're going to try and get this fire really going here. If you guys don't know, Kale is a big fire helmet collector, and that is his Senator that he got as a gift, and he's pretty proud of it, so we broke it out today for this video. So now we've got door 1, or our fire door, closed, and just looking at the kind of smoke coming out of door 2. Oh, yeah, we almost put it out there. So as we shut down door 1, you can see the amount of smoke that comes out of door 2 really kind of starts to become more. And we get into neutral plane and that here in a minute, and we'll get some more examples that'll be a little bit easier to see that. So there's those chunks of plywood I was talking about. Just trying to get this fire going, and so we can illustrate a few things. One thing to think about while you're watching this video is we go for almost 13 minutes, I think, playing with this fire, getting it big, getting it small, lighting the smoke off, backdrafts, flashovers, and things. And the integrity of this house remains fairly solid. We don't have any gaps in our, any burn-throughs hardly at all until after 13 minutes. So that's pretty impressive. There I am talking about door 4, and if you can see, there's a really good example of the neutral plane, the smoky air coming out of the top and the good air coming out of the bottom. One thing to remember too on this house is we tried something different. We did not do a vertical ventilation hole. The only kinds of vertical ventilation that we have on this house is the gable vents on the front and back of the building. There's a hole in the above door 3 where we can get smoke into the attic, but there's no way to get the smoke from the attic except for the small 2-inch by 3-inch gable vents on the front and the back of the building. Okay, so now we're looking, and hopefully we're not catching Kale's house on fire, or the neighbors are thinking that maybe there's a house fire back behind his place. But we're starting to get some fire going. There's that clip from the other side. And you can see that, although white, the smoke is becoming fairly turbulent. Here's Kale screwing around with his MAP gas. Throughout this video, we do a really good job illustrating the fact that smoke is in fact fuel that is not burned, but is primed and ready to burn. And you'll see that yellow torch come out quite a bit and light all that smoke off. There's another good example at 4 minutes of that neutral plane. Good air in the bottom, gross contaminated air coming out of the top. Okay, so at this point in room 3, those are only off gas coming out. We have not taken the floor out yet. And here we go to take the floor out, simulating a stairwell or something from the first floor to the second floor. And there's that smoke again, really easily just lighting itself off. And then that neutral plane is really, really illustrated again. So we've grown past incipient stage, and we're pretty much past the growth stage of the fire and almost to fully developed, I would say, at this point. And getting some good turbulent smoke. You can tell that the smoke is starting to change colors a little bit. The glues in that OSB is starting to melt and come through as petroleum-based fuels, and that's where that darker color is coming from in our smoke. So there we are, trying to put the floor back in between 2 and 3, and you can already see the difference in the smoke, the amount of smoke that comes out of room 3. There we go. There we got a good flash. Flash of fire. Here it is again. And I would say that that is a flashover in that room with the smoke coming outside just being products of combustion that are now on fire. So let's get it shut down. You saw me hit it with a water bottle. And here on room 4, there's no access to room 4 anywhere in the from anywhere in the building. It's totally sealed off. So anything that's in there is going to be off-gassing only. And we do that to illustrate the amount of heat that a room can take before any damage is done to it, and show you that there's probably always going to be some survivable space inside a building that's on fire. 100% involvement is really hard to do unless it's in a big pile on the ground. There's always going to be some space in a building that's searchable. So now on door 3, we've got turbulent smoke coming out of the top of that window. Smoke coming out of the eaves. We've got the vent from 3 to the attic going. The gable vent's open. And we are really rocking. And before this point, I had the fire room almost totally shut down. So that fire was just starving for oxygen. Open it up 3 again, and look at it just churning out of there, and then bang, we get it going, full on, free burning fire. Taking a look at 4, it's smoky in there, and it is hot in there, but there is no fire. So is there survivable space in there? Absolutely. Always going to be survivable space. So here's Kale. He's going to yell at me because I knocked that number 3 door out. And here in a minute he's going to try and pick it up, and it's not going to slide back on our tracks. But, you know, we'll just flip it around backwards, and it'll look silly, but it'll get the job done. Fire room's totally shut down at this point. The door between 2 and 3, the stairwell, is closed. Lots of smoke, white and turbulent. And here as I open 1 up, we're going to get a good backdraft. Boom, there it is, assisted with the MAP gas. I couldn't get the guy to keep the MAP gas out of there and let the fire do its own thing, but it illustrated the point just the same. So again, here we are, 8 minutes in. There's a good illustration of that backdraft. 8 minutes and 15 seconds in of us messing around, playing with the fire, and this building has nearly all the integrity it had when we started. It's just amazing what a tightly built building can take, and those are our buildings that we go to fires in every day now. New construction is lightweight, and it is cheap, and it is so tightly built that all of these reactions that you catch on our video, you're going to see at house fires that you go to every day. So now here on door 1, there's next to no smoke or fire coming out of it. There's a little bit of fire, but nearly no smoke. But all the smoke was coming out of door 2, illustrating that flow path from 1 to 2. There's the free burning in 1. Kind of set it down, but all the smoke, all the product of combustion coming out of 2. Again, let the fire do its thing. And oxygen deficient environment. Introduce oxygen, reacts with a violent reaction, and that's a backdraft. Here it is from another angle. Hopefully Kale will step out of the way so we can see this. Excellent. Oxygen deficient. Introduce that oxygen into it. Boom. It's pretty interesting how it works. And when I came into the fire service, they were telling me that backdrafts were a thing of the past and they weren't really happening too much in buildings anymore because they weren't tight enough. That was almost 10 years ago. Here we go 10 years later, and backdrafts are a real possibility in some of the building fires that we're going to. It all depends on building construction and air control, ventilation control, flow path control. All of those key words, hot button words. Here we're going to try and get another backdraft. There it is. Violent reaction of an oxygen deficient environment introducing oxygen into it. Alright, we think we're going to get something cool. Kale's getting his cell phone out. I'm not 100% sure what reactions we get after this. But here in a minute, at 10 minutes and 45 seconds, I'm going to open up door number 4. And it's hard to tell on the video, but I want you guys to know that in room number 4, there was no fire impingement. There's off-gassing from the room, and there's smoke and there's heat, but there's no fire in that room right there. It has remained totally secure, totally together, and that is directly above the fire room. So when I open that door number 1, you guys can see the violent fire that I've got going on in there. Room 4 is smoke and gas only, and heat only. Kale with his map gas. Alright, so we are free burning at this point. We've got our little water bottle there. We're trying to slow it down. We're starting to lose a little bit of integrity of the floor in room 1. We are going. So 11 minutes and 37 seconds. Half-inch OSB. All of this oxygen that we keep introducing, everything. So I told Kale at this point what we should have done, because the building had most of the integrity left in it, was shut it down and just let it put itself out. But we didn't. We had to keep screwing with it, so we keep opening it. But had we just left this alone, closed all the doors, sprayed a little bit of that water towards it, at it, it would have cooled off and it would have put itself out. Instead, we keep messing with it. The building starts to lose its integrity, and we totally lose it. Here we are back a few minutes from a different angle. Free burning going on. But still yet, room 4, off-gassing, smoke and heat only. No fire impingement. No loss of integrity of the 4 walls of the room. However, we also have the neutral plane of door number 3. Good air in the bottom, bad air in the top. Perfect indication of why when we VES these buildings, we go in, we hit the floor, we run straight across, find the door, and shut it. There's a lot of good videos coming out now where people are adding simulations where they're able to go in and shut the door, simulate shutting the door, and show that VES, the isolation part of it, really works. So again, I wanted to say thank you to all our viewers and customers who come to our page to look for training, look for tactics, look at the leather goods that we offer. They are for firefighters, by firefighters, and I want you guys to know that we have tons of fun doing it. So everything's made with love and enjoy, and we want it to be the best product that you can have. So here's some pretty sweet slow-mo videos, just a little bit of fire porn for you. All of this stuff, these are clips from this video. So thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for more videos, tactics, tricks, and tips from Inch Company Leather.